Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Cuppa of Life chat with Luke. Luke, I'm so excited to be here. This is something. This is a very good way to start my day. I get super excited when I have to share the story and also inspire one or two people out there. So thank you very much for having me.
So where did you grow up? In Zimbabwe, a little town?
Oh yeah, I was born in Zimbabwe. I started off as a 6-year-old going to school in a little village called Mavurazi, and that's on the northeastern part of Zimbabwe. It's just one of those places which is so remote. No electricity, no running water. And fortunately for me, I just moved to the city. I moved to the city when I was 7 years old in my second year of primary school. And that pretty much just changed the whole trajectory for me. My whole life just changed. In Mavurazi, we didn't have books. We just didn't have books. And sometimes for grade ones, you'd actually sit under the tree and learn how to write your names in the sand. But we were probably some of the happiest kids. I always tell people that we were so happy because we looked forward to being in school and just playing with our friends. It was such a poor community in the sense that people rely on farming, subsistence farming for food. We didn't have a clinic, and it was just very, very remote. So when I moved to the city, I got a chance to go to the library, and my dad said, "You know what, young man, you need to go to the library. Spend every day in the library. I'm going to give you 50 cents to pay for your subscriptions, and every time you get a book, pass through my office, show me the book, go home and read it."
Amazing.
So I started reading from that time onwards, and I just got lost in the books.
So how did the journey come for you to get to Australia?
Serendipity, Luke. Serendipity. That's how I can sum it up. Because when I finished my degree at the University of Namibia, I started teaching at 2 schools.
Right.
I loved teaching, and then because of the part-time tutoring that I was doing as well, I saved a bit of money and realized that I needed to grow. And I used to tell myself that I want to be the best. I want to work with the best, and I want to be the best.
Sure.
If you had asked me at that time, I wouldn't have known what I wanted to be the best at.
Yes.
It's something that just resonated with me because I wrote it in my personal statements as I was applying for university in different parts of the world. And I just kept telling myself that. So I packed my bags after 7 years in Namibia. Went to South Africa to study for an honors degree in chemistry.
Wow.
And I said, I'm not looking back. Just 1 year, study for 1 year and get out, get a job. Things went the other way. I found myself enjoying the studying. I was introduced to electrochemistry, and I had an amazing supervisor who just sacrificed so much for me. He even paid me from his own pocket.
Wow.
Just so that I could study for my master's degree in electrochemistry. And then he came to me and he said, you're a poor student in the sense that you don't have money. Everyone else is doing their master's degree in 2 years. You do yours in 1 year and get out. And I'm going to ask you to write an article. It's not a requirement from the university, but you need to write an article and publish an article. That is going to be a passport to success, to whatever it is that you want to do in life. So I did all my experiments in 6 months. I was done, sleepless nights in the lab, and we managed to publish this amazing article. And that allowed me to come to Australia, because one day I was sitting in the office, Valentine's Day, single, bored, and thinking, what am I gonna do with myself? So I went online, started searching for scholarships worldwide, and guess what? The first country to come on that list, that website, I don't even remember it, was Australia. So I clicked on it, and then there were 2 scholarships that came up, and I applied for one. I got it, and July 26th, I was on my way to Wollongong for the first time.
And how has Aussie Books for Zim come about?
I always felt that I needed to give back. I don't know why I felt like that. I always felt I need to do something. And I used to have these conversations with my sister, who is now based in Orange County in the States. And we agreed that we were not going back to Zimbabwe if we didn't have anything in our hands to help our own community. There's no point in going back. So we thought would pay school fees for kids and support them. But that felt like it was so distant. You're just sending money. There's no connection there. You're sending money, they go to school, they don't even know you, you don't even know them. And it felt like, nah, maybe not. And handling money becomes an issue. And,
Yes.
like, nah, how about books? Because during my lunch breaks at the university, at the innovation campus in Wollongong, I used to go to the second-hand bookstore who actually donated the first lot of books to us. I used to go there and I would see all these books and I would just get so excited. I would remember opening books like these, these Ladybird series, keywords with Peter and Jane. This is some of the books that I read as a kid. And then I thought, what, these books, it would be wonderful to send these kind of books back to my own community. So I started collecting books and I thought, okay, let me just go out there and collect as many books as I could. And in that process, I think this is the beauty, the power of stepping out and doing something, taking the first step, even if you don't know where it's going. And that's exactly what I did. Yes. Driven by passion, I started talking about it. I would tell everyone about it. I'm collecting 2,000 books. I just want to send 2,000 books to my village because nothing has changed in my community. And one lady, Natalie Foxon, she said to me, you know what? I'm going to organize a radio interview for you on ABC Radio. And she did. So I went on ABC Radio. I talked about what we were doing. And then the floodgates opened. We were inundated with books from everywhere, from Sydney, Canberra, from Melbourne, from the South Coast in Wollongong. Everyone was just giving us books. Within a few weeks, we had 2,000 books. And the books kept coming. And we found ourselves with a massive problem. 10,000 books. And my wife said to me, you know what? You need to deal with this now. This is too much. We didn't bargain for 10,000 books.
Yeah. You would have had books lining up in your house, did you?
I know. And I was like, how are we going to send these books to Zimbabwe? For goodness sake, we have a 6-month-old, kid here, and she's crawling all over the place with with all these books in the house. This is a health hazard. There's no work health and safety here. We said, you know what? I'm just going to go online. I'm going to register a charity, and you come up with a constitution. So she registered the charity. We called it All the Books Was In, and we just sprang into action. We were having barbecues, telling everyone about what we were doing. By the end of the year, we had 20,000 books. We bought a shipping container. We sent that shipping container to Zimbabwe. It got stuck somewhere along the way. I had to fly all the way to Zimbabwe, and just to make sure that everything got to where it needed to be, and we made it. Then we started distributing the books. We had librarians come in to sort the books for us and pave the way for the communities, because you don't want to give a community 5,000 books.
No,
you kill them with kindness, especially when they don't know what to do with the books. So our librarians will go in, talk to the community, raise awareness about the importance of a library, and what we had not bargained for was the gratitude, Luke, the gratitude. The whole community comes out and they're singing songs for you. The kids are super excited. You give them a book.
You're giving me little shivels up here, mate. That's incredible. That's amazing.
We think it's just about books. It's not. It's not. It's about life. Look, it's about life. It's about hope. It's about opportunity. Because every kid has the same potential. It's just that they don't have the opportunity. All they need is just, for us to open up a whole world to them through books.
Yes.
But what we are doing going forward is even more exciting. We have partnered with Solar Buddy up in Brisbane. They give us solar lamps because we work in rural communities where there's no electricity. So we are now giving kids solar lamps and books to read. Another amazing thing happened in the sense that Abalone Trust, who are based in the UK, they came to us and said, we also want to help. And they are doctors who focus on eye care and eye correction. They said, how are kids going to read these books if their eyesight is not so good? So we want to come in and do eye care for everyone, eye testing for every child.
Yeah, what's your goal?
1 million books in the hands of 1 million children, not just in Zimbabwe, the whole of Southern Africa, and eventually the whole of Africa. Every child, they should. My friend Tommy Trout says that there should never be an end to a child's reading list. There should never be an end to a child's reading list. So we want every child to experience the joy that I experienced opening a book for the first time.